Yo, this is the Scarcity Studios YouTube channel. Please don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. And our sponsors at Alpha Claims and Hire Birmingham, the leading and best accident management company. Get a replacement car anywhere in 1 hour. I really appreciate you joining me today, and this first story comes from London, in South London, Croydon. A former couple have been jailed over the poisoning and killing of a man that they arranged to meet on a social networking app. This story raises awareness on the dangers of some of these apps, especially dating apps. We've covered several stories of dating apps that have gone wrong, and also people that have misused them and abused the trust that is gained from using them. Joel Osei from Ilford has been found guilty of murder on Friday the 23rd of October 2020 at Croydon Crown Court. He was found guilty of administering a poison or noxious substance as to endanger life, and he pleaded guilty halfway through the trial to manslaughter, admitting poison with intent to cause injury, 2 counts of theft and 8 counts of fraud. Co-defendant and Joel's former girlfriend, Diana Cristea, 19 years old, previously of Tottenham, was found guilty at the same court on the same date. She was found guilty of murder, administering poison or noxious substance to endanger life, administering poison with intent to cause injury, 2 counts of theft and 8 counts of fraud. She previously pleaded guilty to 2 counts of handling stolen goods and another case of fraud as well. The victim of these offences was 43-year-old dancer Adrian Murphy. It happened on Saturday the 1st of June 2019, and the poisoning of another man on the 30th of May. Joel had arranged to meet the victims through a social networking app. However, on meeting them, he drugged them with Scopolamine, also known as Devil's Breath. He rendered them unconscious and stole their belongings. He then handed the property to Cristea for her to sell online. A date for the sentencing for both Joel and Cristea will be scheduled in due course. The lengthy and complex investigation when Adrian Murphy was found dead on June the 4th at his address in Lombard Road, Battersea, where he had been staying. It is believed he died on Saturday the 1st of June 2019. A special post-mortem examination did not reveal any defensive injuries, signs of sexual activity, or any sort of restraint. However, the toxicology revealed high levels of the drug in his system, and the pathologist deemed this was directly attributable to his death. Devil's Breath was detected in an empty drink and discarded in the flat where Adrian was found. Footage of CCTV within the blocks of flats where Adrian lived showed that at 22 minutes past 10 on Saturday the 1st of June, Joel Osei exited an elevator and walked towards the property where Adrian was waiting. He was captured leaving the building at 12:05 on Sunday the 2nd of June 2019, carrying a designer hodl, which later transpired to be full of items stolen from his address. They reviewed thousands of pieces of digital evidence, and detectives determined that while in the Battersea address of Adrian, Osei spoke to Cristea on 23 separate phone calls and messages. He met Cristea and handed her the goods from the flat, including laptops, phones, bank cards, designer goods, wallet and clothes. On Sunday, June the 2nd, 2019, Cristea's phone was used to take photographs of the items and post them for sale online. They also used one of Adrian's bank cards to spend $3,000 on computer software. On the same day, a PayPal account was created in Adrian's name, but registered to Cristea's former address in Tottenham. An attempt was made to purchase £80,000 of United States dollars worth of goods from a diamond jeweller in New York. As part of the investigation into Adrian's death, detectives were able to link Joel to a similar incident that happened at an address in Walthamstow on the 30th of May 2019. The 40-year-old victim invited Osei to his flat while making contact on a social media app. He told the police that while he was with Joel, he became incapacitated and was later found by his neighbour unconscious but completely unresponsive. A sample of his hair was taken by police and analysed and revealed the presence of high levels of Devil's Breath. On returning home from hospital, the victim found that while he was unconscious in his flat, it had been ransacked of laptops, mobile phones, wallet and cash. Phone records revealed that while inside the address, Joel was once again in contact with Cristea. A review of CCTV in the area showed that Joel was seen walking down a road near the victim's address at 3 o'clock on the day of the incident, and he was carrying bags that detectives believe contained stolen goods. And he also travelled to Tottenham to meet Cristea, where they used the victim's card to purchase a number of items. Officers later recovered the stolen property from Cristea's address and found images of the items, and a number of them had been sold via her phone. In an unexpected turn of events, partway through the trial, the jury heard that on the Wednesday the 19th of June, Cristea called 999 to report that Joel had killed Adrian Murphy by drugging him and stole his personal belongings. They also did cross-examination on Joel, and he was found to be passing notes to Cristea in the dock during his trial. At this point, Joel pleaded guilty to a number of offences that he was accused of committing. Detective Chief Inspector Robert Pack, the senior investigating officer, said, "This marks the end of a long and complex investigation in a callous and calculated plan that was seen as an easy way to make money. Joel engaged with his victims on social media apps, and it doesn't say which one, but I have a feeling it may have been similar to other cases where it was the Grindr app, where he'd pretend to be gay as a way to lure men into a false sense of security. He selected this method as he thought it would be unlikely that police would find him due to the intimate and personal nature of the meetings. He targeted the victims in a place that they would feel safe, their own homes, and Joel used a drug that was known to cause the tragic death of Adrian Murphy. The second victim assisted us in our investigation, and this is why we was able to identify Joel, who at this point was known as Remy. The victim who he attacked, the second one who survived, has shown his bravery and great strength and has been central to bringing this pair to justice. The police said that this was the first Devil's Breath Scopolamine related homicide in the UK. And we know a range of drugs and chemicals that have been used in the past for similar sort of reasons. And they are reaching out to the LGBT community to reach out to the police if they have ever been a victim of any of these sort of crimes. They also thanked Adrian's family, some of them who travelled from Ireland to take part in the case. So rest in peace to Adrian Murphy and condolences to his family. And this story definitely highlights how some people think that getting money is the be all and end all, and also the lengths you go to obtain that. So be very careful with what you're doing, and also be careful on social media apps and definitely dating websites. So really appreciate you joining me today. Please don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. I'll be back again very shortly with some more news. Peace.